And today I'm speaking on endurance. So what is endurance? Endurance is first the capacity to last or to withstand pressure. Endurance is being able to stay in the game, stay on track, stay focused whilst you are waiting for something to become a reality. Secondly, endurance is the capacity to put up with things or circumstances without giving up. Putting up, just tolerating discomfort, circumstances, things, sometimes people, whilst you are waiting for the reality of what you are believing for. That is endurance. Thirdly, endurance is the ability to have power over something or to prevail over something. When a person has endurance, they don't just stay, but they overcome. By staying, they overcome. They have power over circumstances and situations. If you are going to fulfill the assignment for your life, you must have the capacity to last and to withstand pressure. Because whether you like it or not, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you. If you're going to fulfill it for your life, you have to put up with things and circumstances without giving up. And you have to have the power to overcome and to prevail. Today we're going to look at areas where we need endurance to stand strong, focused, alert until we arrive at our destiny. The first area of endurance is in enduring hardship. If you are going to stay in the race, you have to be able to endure hardship. The word hardship is talking about disciplined training. Endure discipline. Endure hard training. If you're going to endure in life, you have to put away self-interest and start fighting for something bigger. And you have to be ready to develop routine. Routine is the machine that runs everything. Everything in life runs with a routine, something that works all the time. Without routine, you will not have life. That's all I'm trying to tell you. You need something you do all the time. Whether it's reading, whatever you do it as a routine. It happens all the time. Because when you break your routine, the engine will cut, life will stop. Endure hardness. Build mental and physical capacity to stand pressure. In addition to habits and routines, you need to take charge of your mind. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you process what is going on around you. Your mind must be controlled. Your mind is not supposed to be allowed to just feel what it wants to feel. Your mind must be controlled. Take charge of your mind. You have to have mental discipline. You don't respond to everything. You don't respond to every insult. You don't respond to everything people say about you. Some of us just, somebody says something, we get angry. We just respond emotionally to life. That is not mental discipline. If you have mental discipline, you are able to control your mind. You are able to stand pressure. The second area we must endure is with hostility. Endure hostility. Hostility has to do with unfriendliness and antagonism. It is a term that is used to describe an opponent that has been targeted for elimination. They call them hostiles. When you are assigned as a hostile, it means you must be eliminated. And there are people who see you in this world as a hostile. Whether you like it or not, life can be very hostile. This is a hostile world, my friend. It looks nice, but there's a lot of hostility around. Hostility can come in many ways. It can come through people making fun of you, ridiculing you, mocking you, or people rejecting you, or threats, or treachery, or blackmail. You know it. It's a hostile world. Even a child, when a child is born into this world, it recognizes this world is not friendly. It's a very hostile world. Life is not as simple as we want it to be. You have to endure hostility. How do you do that? You have to learn to deal with rejection. No matter who you are, there will be people who will reject you. If you've never been rejected before, get ready. Somebody is going to reject you. They will reject you either because they are intimidated by you or because they think you are inadequate. People are going to say, you are nothing. You are a nobody. They're going to reject you. People you want to love you may not love you. People you want to affirm you may not affirm you. Rejection is going to come to you. My friends, you have to learn to deal with rejection. Somebody is going to reject you. There will be people who reject you. Don't focus on them. Go to the as many as will receive you, because while somebody is rejecting you, somebody wants to receive you. Somebody says you are the worst. Another person says you are the best. Somebody says you are ugly. Another person says you are beautiful. One thing I've learned about life, when people reject you, you can't please them. You can't please them. You can cut your head, put it on a platter and give it to them. They will tell you that the platter was crooked and your head is not looking nice. But there is another place where you'll be received. Go there, settle there, develop, grow your life. Because if you don't, you're going to run your life seeking approval, which you never find. You have to deal with rejection. You have to deal with contradiction. Contradiction is when the reality doesn't meet the expectation. You believe you are great, everybody, but the reality doesn't show that. You believe you must prosper, but you are broke. You believe you must be healed, but you are sick. You believe you must be the head, but you are the tail. You have to deal with that. When what you believe is not what you are seeing. And sometimes if you are not careful, you allow what you see to overthrow what you believe. You have to deal with rejection and contradictory evidence. They are hostile forces that you have to deal with. And don't be ignorant of the snares and traps set around you. My friend, when people are hostile, they plan for the elimination of hostiles. It is naive to go through life thinking that people are as harmless as you want them to be. Even harmless people can turn destructive when their survival is threatened. And believe you me, when people feel threatened, they strike back. People are threatened, they attack. You have to learn to endure hostility. As you sit here today, somebody is planning your destruction. It is naive to go through life thinking everybody likes me. People like you, but people too hate you. There are people who wish I will succeed. There are others who wish I will fail. There are people who wish that tomorrow they will hear the story that Mensa Otabil has done something, and they will say, ha ha, you see, it has happened, we said it. They are there. There are also people who wish that I will succeed. My job is not to please those who want me to fail. They will set traps for me. That's their prerogative. It's also my prerogative to have wisdom, not to fall into the trap. But I will focus my life on the people who want my well-being. That's you. There are people who desire that I do well. Spend your life around people who seek your good, not people who can never be happy with anything you do. You have to learn to endure hostility. Third, you have to learn to endure temptation. A temptation can shipwreck you. You see, temptation comes from within you. It's an internal enemy. Sometimes you destroy yourself. You have to learn to deal with temptation. Talent, ability, skill doesn't survive in the face of temptation. And temptation is not going to be from outside. It's going to be from within you. Most of the time, it's not somebody trying to tempt you. It's you trying to seek things that gratify your internal desire. The desires of you must endure not just hardness, not just hostility, but temptation. Temptation will dissipate your energy. Instead of using your energy to do the right thing, you're going to use your energy in the wrong area. I have seen people rise up, great people in the corporate world and doing very well. But all of a sudden they lose focus. Temptation will dissipate your energy. You have to be aware of temptation when it's coming. Because normally when it's coming, you know it's coming. Can't you know? Don't you know? When temptation is coming, it announces itself, I'm coming. You just know it, you feel it. This thing is trouble. If I don't get out of this thing, I'm going to get into trouble. You know it, but you're playing with fire to see how close you can get. Then it burns you. A temptation is like an exam before promotion. It's a promotion exam. If you fail, you don't get to the next level. Don't allow yourself to be tempted, and don't yield to the temptation. It will dissipate your energy. It will change your focus. It will put you on the wrong path, and you will lose. Fourth, endure delays. Nobody likes delays. When we want something, we want it now. When we hear a promise, we want it now. Patiently endure delays. Resist the pressure of making hasty short-term choices. You have to grow up whilst you're waiting. Learn new things. Develop your character. Delay is not easy. If you don't endure delay, you will make some mistakes that can pursue you for life. Learn to endure delays. Finally, you have to learn to endure to the end. Endurance is not for part of the way, it's for all the way. Not only momentarily, but throughout the journey. Enduring to the end is not just waiting to see a problem solved. We must endure till the end. No matter what happens, through fire, through thick, through water, through mountain, through valley, through disappointment, through failure, through success, whatever we go through, we must endure till the end. Oh yes, to endure to the end doesn't mean that every day there will be some tears. There will be some disappointments. There will be some fire. But through it all, we will persevere. Make sure you endure to the end. Don't surrender your integrity and don't go back to the world. Endure till the end. For you to endure to the end, you must start by enduring hardness. You must learn to endure hostility. You must learn to endure temptation. You must learn to endure delay. Then you can endure to the end.